When we started a year ago, there was a lot of uncertainty and misunderstanding about what the airport really is, who's in charge, what is required, who's going to pay, and all of those things. And part of that was the airlines who felt they really hadn't had a voice. And so this process has enlarged that dialogue. Understandably, a year ago, there was a lot of uncertainty and diversity among us, a lot of opinions about what should be done at the airport. But you really asked us those two questions. And we, if I can read this, expanded that to have an operating plan, which was our mission statement. We will, after reviewing appropriate relevant facts and consulting with key stakeholders, we'll make a recommendation as to the optimal configuration for the Kansas City International Airport, which best serves the vision and long-term success of its private and business residents and visitors from the standpoint of economic impact, affordability and business creation, flexibility, adaptability and convenience, and safety, security, and environmental performance.
I think that we've been answering that question in the negative for some time now. What we are talking about is taking the recommendations of this commission, working with council, the airlines, and everybody else that we need to in order to determine what course to pursue. It is clear from the work that they've done that they think that there is a better reason to consider a new terminal. What the cost of that terminal is, I have no idea. All I can tell you is that we're going to take the information that they've worked hard to gather and the recommendations and do what we need to do in order to reach some determinations. And when we know a cost that we're comfortable in putting out in the public, we'll certainly do that. I plan to look at the information and the data that they've supplied and work with the council and the airports and the airline and figure out what is the best thing for us to do. And then when we reach that decision as a collective unit, then I will endorse it if I believe in it. If I don't, I won't. But at this point, I'm sitting here waiting for council and everybody else to weigh in on how we're going to proceed in depth, and then I'll participate in that process with an open mind.
I believe that we already have better than average number of seats per week, better than average number of direct flights, and the shortest walk from your car to the gate of virtually any comparable airport. And I'm not hearing how this option is going to improve any of that. The odds are it's going to reduce some of that.
I have been notoriously bad at articulating the amount of time that it takes for a commission or something to happen. So I'm going to say, frankly, that I would not suspect that we would be ready to go for at least another year, and perhaps 18 months or so is my guess, something in that neighborhood.